Hi, this is Kevin with your daily Forex report for July 31st, 2011. What you're currently looking at is the US Japanese yen pair on the daily chart. We did open higher than the previous session's close, and we did so by quite a bit, actually, with 17 pips. So this is a pretty decent amount. We actually continued up pretty sharply already and hit this decent line of resistance in or around it, actually, and started to pull back quite dramatically. So it's been a pretty active week so far for the US Japanese yen pair. So we'll definitely be keeping a close eye on this. Look for some support around 76.82 and some resistance around 77.46. Look for it to go as high as 77.78 and as low as 76.51 during this next session. Alright, switching to the Euro USD, we actually did close higher from the previous session, and we have already moved down and retraced the gap that was created and continued even lower, but it wasn't as sharp as a move as the yen has been so far. So in this next session, look for the euro to go as high as 1.4533 and as low as 1.4229. And look for some support around 1.4304 and resistance around 1.4456. Alright, we'll come back to the lines on this here in a little bit, but what we're currently looking at is the US Japanese yen chart, or the pound US dollar chart. We did close higher on this pair and have since moved down about, and the candle looks almost the same as the euro does actually right now. So they're really in high correlation right now. So what one looks to do, kind of look for the other to follow. Look for this to go as high as 1.6551 and as low as 1.6295, with some support around 1.6359 and resistance around 1.6487. Alright, last but not least, we have the US Swiss pair. This pair actually opened up this week in light of the previous session's huge downward candle. We actually opened up this week quite a bit higher. We opened up 49 pips higher. So this thing has actually started to plummet, but has only retraced a little bit less than half of that actual gap size here. So, and it's been moving sideways, so we'll look for that to continue sideways with an overall downward bias direction, obviously. Look for this pair in this next session to go as high as 0.8023 and as low as 0.7816. Look for some support around 0.7867 and resistance around 0.7971. Alright, as far as news announcements go in this upcoming session, we actually have the USD ISM manufacturing report. It comes out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and is considered a high market mover. So the report will more than likely move the markets quite a bit. The expected from the previous is actually pretty low. It's 0.3%. So 55 to 55.3. So we'll, if that changes a little bit more or even significantly less than that, then it could move the markets quite a bit. So keep your eye on that. Alright, before we go, I'm going to look back at this US Japanese yen setup that I did quite a number of days ago. Was looking for price to actually go through this window of opportunity here, and since price has continued higher and to scrape across this line of resistance here, that was previous support, long-term support, turned into resistance. So broke through that, we came back and we touched it, and now we're just kind of riding along it. It tried to break it within this last period whenever I first drew this trend line, and didn't quite make it. You know, it broke it, but it closed below it, and so now we're actually starting to continue lower so far at the beginning of this week. So we do have a chance of it coming down to this line, and in the event that it does come down and break this line, then obviously we want to be selling at that point with the target down on this other yellow line here. Alright, well that about does it for today. So until next time, this is Kevin. Good trading.